click on next, go to coverages. Coverage information is here.
So on the top you have your vehicles. If you just have one vehicle, it's selected in yellow. If you have multiple vehicles, you just click the select next to the vehicle, and it's gonna bring up the vehicle. So let's pick some coverages here.
So for this one, we're just going to do the basic limits, and we're going to give them full coverage. Comp collision 500.
Yeah, we're using our address right here. All right, let's go back to coverages. All right, we got our stuff. And if you click on the policy coverage right there, in Illinois we do offer legal coverage, and this is where you would select it. In Indiana or Mississippi we don't, so you wouldn't see this tab.
Inconsistent.
And at any point, if you have questions or system doesn't allow you to do something, on the left you get the QILP 40. You can call us anytime you want, and if you just give us this code number, an underwriting department will be able to pull it up and see exactly what you see. So we got the premium of $374 for this car. So at this point, if you see on the top, we have our menu has switched. Now you can either apply, and that will take you to the next step, which is the application process. It will take you to this type of application process, or you can just save the code here and exit, I guess. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and issue this policy. So we're going to click apply. When you switch to the new application, that's going to ask for more questions. It's going to ask you to fill in underwriting questions. It's going to ask you for the billing method. It's going to require an occupation, and it's going to require the driver license number or VIN number. So pretty much we browse through next until the system tells you you're missing some information.
Even error occupations required. So we just edit the driver here, and click on the employer information tab, and put in the occupation. Make this guy cook, and go ahead and save it. And click next again, see if we come up in the others.
So now we're at the billing method. If you're direct bill, you're going to see all the pay plans. If you're agency bill, there should be just one agency bill pay plan. So most of you are agency bill, direct bill?
Agency bill.
Agency bill.
So in your case, you select agency bill, and or that's pre-filled for you. All right, let's go next. Then we require you to answer underwriting questions. Let's do that. And at this point, the final step is, again, it's rating the rates again and compiling any changes you've made. The premium is still the same. There was really no money-wise changes. So at this point, again, the button on the top has changed. So we can click submit, and that's going to submit this policy. And then we have a few more validations on the submit versus a rate. So when you rate, you won't see these errors, but when you try to submit a policy, we have different errors too. So in this case, the driver license number is required, and VIN is required. So after you go through all the next process, you can go back to any tab. So we're just able to, switch back, click on the driver, and just click update the information button. And then when you finish updating information, you just click View Quote again, and it's going to recalculate any changes you've done. Alright, let's submit it. So if you're a direct bill agent, we require you to submit down payment. If you're an agency bill, you wouldn't see the screen. So alright, and now we click finalize, and that's gonna issue our policy here. Any questions for you guys?
Well, now that you've issued this policy right in this screen, you would normally go to the next step to print it. Isn't there any way you can put a button right here somewhere that's print, your pages or whatever is supposed to be printed without now going, researching it all over again? Shouldn't there be some type of button you guys can put here to print what needs to be printed?
Yeah, and we did request that, but when they did it, if you see right here, it's not really visible. You can click on this policy number, and it's going to load the policy.
Oh, okay. We didn't know that because according to your instructions, you got to go back in and search it.
Yeah, that was in the previous version, and then in this current version that's live.
So if you click that, you can print your documents.
You can click on that, and it's going to load it. I told them to make it bigger or, make it a button or something, but...
Okay, and then you go to your print thing here. Okay, so that'll skip a little bit of time. Because this is where the problem we were coming up yesterday. We were trying to get back in and put in a client's name. It wouldn't pull up when we were ready to print something. Just the policy number worked.
Yeah. So over here, when you pull up this policy, you have all the information you've entered. Address, vehicle and driver coverages information. Print history is where you can print your So in this case, we got the deck pages, schedule of payments, application excluded, coverage form, if we're excluding any coverages, ID cards, and lost pay notice. The billing screen you guys are not going to use if you're agency bill, but on the direct bill you can see the pay plans and all the issued policies. And then policy history will show you the changes done. So initially it's new business, but if you send us a request to, let's say, add a car, you can check on the website and go to policy history and see if the endorsement was issued or not and what's the premium change in.